What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to just another gaming channel. And you already know who it is, aka. And I'm back with another Witcher 3 gameplay. But today I want to do something a little different. I want to do my best to teach you guys how to play the game of Gwent. So without further ado, let's Gwent that ass. Okay, now once you start up the game of Gwent, you'll get this menu right here. Now for those of you who don't know, Gwent is a card game that's evolved around The Witcher 3. You can walk around, you can play different NPCs, you can buy cards, but it's a deck building card game, so you can collect all different kind of cards and add them to your deck. And as you see at the top, it says choose factions. Those are the different decks you can build. You have the Northern Realms, the Scoia'taels, the Monsters, and the Empires. Now, as you see, I have 30 cards in my deck and I have 22 unit cards. The unit cards are these cards right here. And you have your close combat cards, your range cards, and your siege cards. And you also have weather cards, and I'll go more into that later. And you have your special abilities cards, which I'll also go more into later. Now, you can have as many cards as you want to in your deck, but that's not the best thing to do because in a game of Gwent, you only draw 10 cards. And the 10 cards you draw will be the 10 cards that you had throughout the whole entire game of Gwent. So let's jump straight into the game and see what we can get going. Now, once the game is started, coin is flipped, I go first. Also, you'll get this right here. You can take out any card that you want, put it back into your deck and redraw a random card. Now, as I mentioned, weather cards. Weather cards affect these cards right here. So let's say if I play down a close combat card right here, now let's use this, a range card. If I play down this range card and then my opponent plays down this fall card, this range card will go back to 1. So I have 2 fall cards, so I'm going to take one out and put it back in my deck, see if I get a better one. Okay, I got a close combat card, and I'm going to go ahead and take out, actually, I'm going to leave this deck and we'll just play. So the round starts, I go first. And all these cards that you see, like this one right here is range, so it goes in the middle. And there's siege, and it's a close combat. Now, as you see, this one has arrows, means it's range. And this has a sword, means it's close combat. And there's also a siege card, which is right here. And you may be wondering, well, what are these little white symbols next to it? Well, this one is a tight bond. A tight bond is if I play this card and I play another card that's exactly the same as this card, they will form a tight bond and they will double the points. What this is a booster. So any card that's on the siege next to this card will also get a boost. And this card is a spy. Now spy, as you see, it lit up his side of the board. Now what spy does is this will give him the 5 points, but I get to draw 2 cards out of my deck. So it's kind of like a win-loss situation. So to start the game off, I'm gonna go ahead and play down this close combat card. Now I'm up 1-0. So my opponent goes next, and he plays down a spy. Now, like I said, I get the points, but he gets to draw 2 cards out of his deck. Now, you see, he has 11 cards now. And as you see, I'm up 5-0. Now, you may be thinking, okay, well, just play down as most points as possible. Well, not really, because remember, like I said, these cards will be the cards you have throughout the whole entire game of Gwent. Now, you see, I have 5, and he has 0. I have 9 cards. He has 11, and the 2 gems on the side are our rounds. Now also the objective is to win 2 rounds. You don't have to win them back to back, but as long as you win 2. So I'm going to go ahead and play down another close combat card. It goes in the front because it's close combat. It's my opponent's turn. Let's see what he does. He plays down another spy, so which means he gets to draw 2 more cards out of his deck. And let's see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to play down my siege card, which will give the card next to it a boost, so now that card goes up to 2. It's my opponent's turn. He passes, which means that I get to go. Now, when your opponent passes, you can go as many times as you want. You can play down as many cards as you want until you're finished. But since I'm up, I'm going to go ahead and pass as well, and I win the round. So now those cards go to the graveyard. The round starts. Now I'm using the Northern Realms deck, so which means each deck has a special ability. This deck is each round you get to draw 1 more card. I get to go next, I see. So I'm going to go ahead and play down. I'm going to try to win this round since I already won one. I'm going to play on a spy, give him the points, but like I said, I can draw 2 cards. Okay, let's see what my opponent does. He plays down a close combat card. Now, as you see, I have this card. And what this card does is I get to put it on the side of the board, which means that it will give a boost to all the cards on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and play down my range card. It's worth 4 points. Now I'm down 4 to 6. He plays down a weather card which affects my range card, which is alright. I'm gonna go ahead and play down my close combat card. It's my opponent's turn, see what he does. Okay, he plays down a range, but it also gets effect to 1. Now be careful when you play down your weather cards, because the weather cards would affect both your cards and his cards, as you see right here. So now I'm down 5 to 7. Go ahead and play down this close combat card. It's tied game. Okay, he plays down another range card, which goes down to 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play down this card here, and hopefully that it gives it a boost to now all my range cards, even though there's a weather card that affects my range cards. See what he does. He plays down another range card. We both must have a lot of range cards, but my range cards gets double the points now, so I'm just going to keep playing my range cards. Okay, he plays down a 5-point close combat card. All I have right now is really range cards, but they're getting affected. But okay, so he plays down another weather card. That weather card affects the siege cards, which is okay because I don't have any siege cards, so I'm not too worried about that. Tie game now. Okay. He plays down a siege card, which is affected by the weather card that he put down. Play down that close combat, tie game. See what he does. Okay, he's gonna more likely, yeah, he's gonna win because I don't have any cards left. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass. Give him the round. And more than likely he should win this round. Yep. So now this is the last and final round, which is definitely gonna be tough for me because I only have 1 card. Okay, he plays down a siege. And all I really have is this card right here. So pretty much I'm done for. It's my opponent's turn. I'm pretty much done for at this point. That's the game of Gwent. But if you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, AKA, out.